What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at none other than MMS 585. That's right, the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary snowspeeder Luke. Now, we all know that Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie ever made. Trust me, that's been scientifically proven. But nonetheless, feel free to argue about that in the comments. But what we won't argue about is that this is an amazing figure. Before we dive into it, show your support for the channel by giving this video a like and subscribing if you aren't already. I mean, why not? It's free. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. So, we're starting with everybody's favorite, the instruction manual. But for good reason, because this manual actually has a poster on the back, which is a pretty cool touch, and something that they obviously didn't have to do. But for the 40th anniversary of Empire, Hot Toys said, screw it, we're going all out. So you can actually frame this up if you want, or just leave it in the box. It's up to you. Speaking of the box, we get that retro Kenner treatment, and it's pretty sick. If you're an inbox collector, you're in luck, because this box has been designed for display. This is the type of figure that you may buy a second one of just to leave displayed in that box. It'll go perfect with the 40th Darth Vader and Boba figures. Plenty of images of Luke in action cover the box on the sides and the rear, and you really get that throwback feel to the old Kenner packaging, which is really cool. Looking at accessories, we have what may be one of the most deceptively cool stands I've come across yet. It has a few tricks up its sleeve. The standard base is an image of the underside of the AT-AT that Luke took down single-handedly, and we'll talk a bit more about this in a second. But they've also included additional base overlays. One has a reflective image of the swamps on Dagobah, and then another with snow from the planet Hoth. When using the snow version, there's an additional piece of molded snow that you can connect to the base to enhance the appearance, really selling that snow vibe. Now, jumping back to the AT-AT version of the base and flipping the stand over, you'll notice two holes that you can slot screws into. This is so that you can mount the stand upside down and relive the scene when Luke attaches to the bottom of the AT-AT before chucking a detonator in and blowing it up. The stand even features a magnetic feature that works with the launcher, so you can have Luke making his way up to the AT-AT if you'd like. Now, that's a pretty nice touch. In addition to the two hands that Luke comes with, we also get 4 ungloved hands, 2 gloved hands, which are a 2-piece design that allows for great articulation, and an additional arm piece with a light-up feature for the lightsaber. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. Luke's left glove features a communicator device on the upper section of the glove. My only complaint here is that we don't get a gloved trigger finger hand. In promo shots, they do show him holding his blaster with the gloved hand, and you can definitely do that, but you won't be able to put the finger through the trigger guard, at least not easily anyways. Next, we get Luke's iconic lightsaber with 2 different blades. You get the standard, and then you get one with the blade in motion. You can also leave the blades off and attach the hilt to Luke's belt. If you want the saber lit up, you can attach the additional light up arm, and this thing really comes to life. I was actually pretty shocked at how well the light transmitted. I have a few other figures using red lightsabers, and those tend not to light up brightly enough for my liking. But this one can be seen easily even in well-lit areas. Of course, the downside is that the batteries are notorious for running out pretty quickly, and attaching the arm can be a chore since you have to get it through the jacket and the sleeve of the undersuit. I found it easiest to undress Luke a bit, slide it through the sleeves, and then connect it. The biggest issue is that you'll have to undo 2 straps, and these things are extremely difficult to get back through the buckles unless you have teeny tiny little fingers, or some tweezers. For me, since I plan on having Luke holding his saber anyways, I went ahead and attached it, but I'm sure many will leave this just sitting in the box. Luke's blaster is nicely detailed, and it fits inside his holster if you don't want him to hold it. The Harpoon gun is bendy on one end, and the other has the magnetic piece which attaches to the base, as I mentioned before. There's also a string inside that allows you to extend it out. It has a clip so that you can attach it to Luke's belt, and speaking of Luke's belt, it's made of a pleather-like material that will unfortunately degrade over time. I went ahead and hit it with some 303 to help preserve it. I do this routinely with all the figures I have with pleather accessories. Then we have the detonator that Luke used to destroy the AT-AT, and finally a chin strap that I'll show how to use momentarily. Turning our attention to the helmet, it has really nice detail with the paint applications and weathering. You can tell this thing has seen some action. The visor can slide up and down. Be careful of the little microphone that's attached. It is a bit flexible, but it's really meant to stay in position, so you don't want to handle it too roughly and break it. You'll notice that there is no padding or anything inside of the helmet, and that's because Luke has a separate inner helmet lining that he wears. This piece has a little magnet inside so that you can remove the hair sculpt and attach the lining directly to Luke's head, which is perfect so that you don't have to worry about damaging the paint on the hair sculpt when putting on the helmet. It also gives you another look to display Luke with if you'd like. Once you get that installed, you can then take the main helmet and separate it into 3 different pieces by pulling up on the center piece from the rear. Then you'll put on the helmet by clamping it around the head, again helping to prevent paint from rubbing or the portrait being damaged. Once that's done, you can take the chin strap and slide the straps between Luke's face and the inside of the helmet lining. Then it's just a matter of tweaking everything to get it how you want. There are a lot of moving pieces here, so it may take a little bit of time for you to get everything situated and lined up just the way that you'd like. Looking now at the figure itself, Luke has a really nice head sculpt. This is my first Luke figure, so I don't know if this is a new sculpt or not, but all the detail is there, and it's almost a shame to display this with the helmet on. Luke's outfit has nice weathering added to it. It seems pretty durable and doesn't hinder articulation as much as I thought it would. You can actually remove his nylon jacket, which zips down and is secured with Velcro. Again, be wary of those straps that you're going to have to undo, as they are tricky to work with when reconnecting. The chest plate is attached with fabric straps and has a hose which is bendable, extending down into Luke's pocket. The pouches on the belt are not stuck in place, so you can move them around if you like. The belt itself is free floating and secured with Velcro on the rear. The harness is also made of material and not rubber or plastic, and it also connects with Velcro. Luke has a strap on his left leg with some little containers inserted into it. This piece is made of fabric as well. And finally, Luke's boots are made of cloth, which gives you a seamless look, but also allows for maximum range of motion in the ankle, which is great. All in all, I think this is a must-have if you're a Star Wars fan, and in particular a fan of Empire Strikes Back. This is definitely one of Luke's most iconic looks, and it's instantly recognizable to people who aren't even fans of the franchise. My personal favorite look for Luke is Return of the Jedi, when he has the robe and the black glove. I can't wait to get that in the collection along with Bespin Luke, but for now I'm just happy to have this amazing piece on the shelf. So that does it for this look at the Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary Luke Skywalker. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already. More content's upcoming. Thank you for watching. As always, thank you for the support, and I'll see you on the next video.